thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. I am so blessed. My soul is at rest. Oh Lord, I give you thanks. Let us pray. Thanks, thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. We are all so blessed. Our souls are at rest. Oh Lord, we give you thanks. So Father, we thank you for this beautiful day, a day in which we can come to honor ancillary workers. Thank you, dear God, that they have chosen to be at Bellefield Primary School. Thank you, dear God, for the work that they have been doing, dear Father. Father, we give you praise and we give you glory. And we ask, dear God, that you may just continue to be with them. Continue to strengthen them, dear Father, when they feel weak. Continue to give them the patience that they need as they go through the day. Father, we bless your name. Thank you for this institution, dear Father. And thank you, dear God, for this gesture that was initiated by our principal. Continue to strengthen her, dear God. Continue to give her a vision. Father, we give you all the praise, and we thank you, dear God, that we have an institution like Bellefield Primary in which we can show our ancillary workers that we really love them and appreciate them. Father, continue to surround us with your choices, Lord, and continue to be a fence around us. Be with us as we go through this session, dear Father, as I tell you thanks in your Son's name. Amen. You may be seated. I'll ask Ms. Plum at this time to introduce our chairperson for this session.
Good morning, everyone. Mrs. Matty Daly can be described as a born leader. She is from the parish of Manchester. Mrs. Matty Daly has held many professions over the years before finding her true passion in teaching. These include radio presenter from Youth Chat on Best FM 100 FM, a phlebotomist, a nursing assistant, a general secretary, college bookstore manager, an assistant finance officer, as well as an early childhood teacher. She holds volunteerism close to her heart and has traveled to several countries representing Jamaica. She has been featured in the Gleaner twice and has since become an author of children's books awaiting publishing. Mrs. Daly, life is anchored in Luke 12, verse 48. To whom much is given, much will be required. She affirms that her greatest achievement in life is becoming a mother to her daughter Zoe, with whom she enjoys spending quality time. Mrs. Daly is now serving as the youngest branch chairman for the parish of Manchester in Jamaica Red Cross Society. Mrs. Daly is a proud member of the Bellefield Primary and Infant School academic staff, serving as a grade 1 teacher. She is a wife, a mother, an educator, and author. Please join me in welcome our Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Matty Daly.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, Ms. Plummer, for the welcome. Thank you so much for the welcome. All right, you know why we are here today. Of course, we have some special persons with us and we're celebrating them today. And of course, without them, we would not be in this lovely, clean environment. And so, I want to take the opportunity at this time to say thank you. Thank you to them as we start our program. Now, without further ado, I will now welcome Mrs. Latoya Manning. Mrs. Manning, our acting vice principal, to come and bring welcome on behalf of the school.
Thank you. Our board chairman, Bishop Eunice, our principal, Mrs. Patrick, our guest speaker, Dr. Joe Nguyen, parents, students, honored guests, good morning. Good morning. I'm delighted to welcome each and every one of you to this special gathering as we come together to celebrate and recognize the invaluable contributions of our ancillary staff on this Ancillary Staff Day, under the theme, Creating a Culture of Excellence in All Things. Today is a day to express our gratitude and appreciation for these unsung heroes who play such a crucial role in the functioning of our school. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests in attendance as we join together to show our appreciation for our incredible ancillary staff members. Your presence here today is testament to the importance of recognizing and celebrating the hard work and dedication of all members of our school community. Thank you for being here, and let's come together to honor and appreciate our ancillary staff members on this special day. Thank you for coming.
That's how it is sometimes when we have to move about and do things. And so, without further ado, we want to welcome now to serenade our special guests in the audience. We want to serenade them now. We're going to welcome one of our songbirds to the stage. We want to welcome Sasha Gay Williams. Miss Sasha Gay Williams, our grade 4 teacher. She will now come with a special item. Please make her feel welcome.
Good morning, everyone. As they would say in church, brethren, don't listen to the voice, listen to the words. Well, you have to listen to the voice in order to hear the words. This song is dedicated to all the ancillary workers today. Don't you ever wish you were someone else? You were meant to be the way you are exactly. Don't you ever say you don't like the way you are. When you learn to love yourself, you're better off by far. And I hope you always stay the same. 'Cause there's nothing about you I would change. I think that you could be whatever you wanted to be if you could realize all the dreams you have inside. Don't be afraid if you've got something to say. Just open up your heart and let it show you the way. Don't you ever wish you were someone else. You were meant to be the way you are exactly. Don't you ever say you don't like the way you are. When you learn to love yourself, you're better off by far. And I hope you always stay the same. 'Cause there's nothing about you I would change. I think that you could be whatever you wanted to be if you could realize all the dreams you have inside. Don't be afraid if you've got something to say. Just open up your heart and let it show you the way. Don't you ever wish you are exactly. Don't you ever say you don't like the way you are. When you learn to love yourself, you're better off by far. And I hope you always stay the same. 'Cause there's nothing about you I would change. 'Cause there's nothing about you I would change. Thank you.
Awesome.
There's nothing about you I would change. There's nothing about you I would change. Nothing at all.
All right, wonderful. We can't open up like understand, right? All right, wonderful. Nothing about you that you can change. Oh, the powerful lady is out. All right, at this time, we're going to invite our board chairman, Reverend Nunes, to just bring greetings on behalf of the board of governors. So, make him feel welcome for me, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning and greetings everyone. Good greetings to our chairperson this morning, Dr. Bully. My apologies, I didn't recognize that first this morning. You took that there for a while. I'm so glad to have her. We have a wonderful guest speaker in the house today. I've heard her on one occasion giving a speech, and she's really, she's good. All right, I just want to commend the principal here, a vice principal, active vice principal, and right, active vice principal. What's that thing? Active principal and active vice principal. So we want to act as around the place, right? I want to commend you, on this wonderful gesture. Put your hands together, amen, for this wonderful gesture. These folks that we are honoring today, they play such an important role in running of the school. I joke this morning, first thing, the gate is unmanned. Because here's a good lady that is always taking care of that part. You know what I mean? I don't know what the kitchen is managing today without Mr. Stimson. This man is such a chef, you know what I mean? And I'm quite sure that Mr. Morrison did a great job over the weekend to make such a place looking the way it is. Over the years, we have gotten so much good commendation from education officers, different members of the ministry, coming here about the state of the compound, the state of the plant, the cleanliness, and so on. You know what I mean? It is, I would have want to pass it on to you today, to those of you, they might have talked to you directly and tell you what I tell you. You are highly recommended. You are spoken of highly by the ministry, and the ministry persons that come here from time to time over the years. I've heard them speak, and they are so excited about the entire surroundings that we keep here. And the commendations are in order to everyone. I will start calling names. But everyone, you have played an important role in keeping this compound the way it is, and the kitchen and the top shop and everything. I just want to say God bless you today. I know that what we are doing today is not enough. It's not enough. We deserve a lot more than that. Is that true? Of your hard work and dedication. Our potential is done, and she's so outstanding. I mean, this woman works like you would believe. Put your hands together for her. We really appreciate the great effort that you are putting in making our surroundings what it is, in taking care of top shop, canteen, and so on. All right, I won't take anything from our speakers today. Just a minute of few things here. The balance sheet of life. We are just going to do things out of something I have here. That's the balance sheet of life. He said the greatest joy is giving. And I know you have been giving of your service, even though being properly what's the word? Paid. Yes, Miss. Miss, what you knowledge? Minimum is gone, no? Minimum wage going up again, you know. Or we got the money, but amen. We know you deserve more than that and better than that. So you have been giving up your time and your service. The greatest joy is giving. The greatest loss is self-respect. When you lose respect for yourself, that's a great loss. Alright? The most significant work, most satisfying work is helping others. The most satisfying work is helping others. And we know that you have been doing that selflessly over the years. The greatest shot in the arm is encouragement, and that's what you're getting today. Thanks to our principal and vice principal. You're getting some encouragement today. It's a great shot in the arm because our Jamaican saying said encouragement, strengthen labor, sweet labor, yeah man. So we're here to encourage you today to keep on doing the great work that you are doing. The most powerful force in life is love. The most powerful force in life is love. And that's what you have been, putting forward in your daily job. The worst thing to be without is hope. So I encourage you today to live in hope. Live in hope. The two most powerful words is I can. I can. Just believe in yourself and tell whatever you're doing, whatever you set out to achieve, just tell yourself that you can achieve it. That's a part of the cause that is about using this campaign when he won the presidency in America. What was it? Yes, we can? Sometimes, yes, we can, yes. So just tell yourself and believe that you can. The most beautiful attire is a lovely smile. Hello? Yes. Is that true? Yes. Can you see that illustrated today? Lovely smile. So Morrison? Yes, sir. You know what I said? Yes. So just smile. Alright, so the most beautiful attire is a beautiful smile. Because sometimes just don't put it, but smile is not going to carry off everything. Alright? And the most prized possession is integrity. We just want to admonish you all today to continue what you're doing. Amen? God bless you, number one. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Red. That was our board chairman for the Bellefield Primary and Infant School body. Now we're going to welcome Shilika Bochitalawa. She's short, but she's mighty. Alright, now we're going to welcome our acting principal, Mrs. Heather Cottrell, to bring greetings. Clap.
Madam Chairperson, Mrs. Melissa Matideli, guest speaker, Dr. Joe Llewellyn, Chairman of the Board, Bishop Eunice, Vice Principal, Mrs. Manning, members of staff, students, our very special ancillary staff, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is a proud moment in our school's history. Today we pause to recognize and celebrate the excellent work that has been done by our ancillary staff. I want to take a moment to express my deepest appreciation for each and every one of you. Your hard work, dedication, and attention to detail are the backbone of our organization. From the maintenance of the grounds, cleaning of our facilities, to the nutritious meals, your contributions do not go unnoticed. If I had to reward any one of you, it would be an impossible task. And so, here we are, rewarding all of you. As I call your name, please stand and be acknowledged. Ms. Donadale, and please remain standing. Mrs. Keisha Gale, Ms. Desiree Francis, Ms. Drew Baker, Ms. Tamara Watt, Mr. Anthony Stimson, and Mr. Handel Morris. Please give them a round of applause. Your commitment to excellence and your unwavering support are invaluable to our success. It is because of your efforts that we can achieve our goals and fulfill our mission each day. So as we come together to celebrate and recognize your efforts, please know that you are truly valued and appreciated. Here's to a remarkable and memorable Ancillary Staff Day. Thank you all.
All right, thank you so much to our acting principal, Mrs. Heather Cottrell. So while Mrs. Evans covered her item, I'm going to use the opportunity now to allow each person to introduce themselves. I just want you to just say your name and what you're most proud of. So I'll start here with Miss Baker.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ms. Baker. I'm working candy and pop shop. And I'm proud to be here every day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Stinson. I'm glad you're in the kitchen.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Andrew Myers. I'm proud of people in the school royalty.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm happy to be at the gate assisting the children so they can receive.
And your name?
Mrs. Francis.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Mrs. Keisha Gill. I'm happy to be working at Bellefield Primary School, knowing that I could be able to assist taking care of the bathrooms, the classroom, and to be called upon at any time to do that which I've told to do, and that I could be able to, do my daily chores.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Dana.
Done. And I'm the back to the classroom and salon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hannah, and I work in the pop shop, and I'm proud to be a part of the Bellefield Primary and Infant School.
Excellent, excellent. At this time, we're going to now invite Mrs. Lawrence, our grade 1 teacher, to do the introduction of our guest speaker.
Madam Chairperson, Principal Mrs. Heather Cottrell, Vice Principal Mrs. Manning, our Board Chairman Reverend Eunice, our guest speaker, Mrs. Dr. Joan Welling, staff members, students, good morning to you all. Good morning, Ms. Lawrence. Mine is the task to introduce our guest speaker this morning. Joan hails from the parish of St. Anne, but has been enjoying the salubrious climate of Manchester for the past 33 years. Alright, so there's a correction, 35 years. She's a graduate of Temple University with a Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership, Western Carolina University with a Master of Arts in Educational Leadership, and Bachelor of Science in Education, and Bethlehem Raven Church with a diploma in teaching. She's extremely passionate about education and its impact on society. Consequently, she prides herself on encouraging youngsters to take advantage of all the learning opportunities afforded to them in order to build a sustainable life. She embraces the philosophy that no child should be left behind regardless of circumstances. Now as an insurance advisor, her zest for education has improved significantly as she realizes that the pathway to an enjoyable learning experience is premised on good health and a stable financial position. Her communication with customers always mirrors the argument of generating a sound investment portfolio, no matter how small, while paying careful attention to a healthy lifestyle. Joe believes that every individual possesses the innate ability to be someone of value in society, but it depends to a great extent on the level of stimulation and empowerment, especially during the early years of development. Her prayer is for all Jamaicans to exhibit the core value needed to shape a developing society: respect, trust, kindness, among others. She's married to Linton with 2 daughters, Lintonette and Loyalette. Please help me welcome Dr. Joe Llewellyn.
Thank you very, very much, Mrs. Lawrence. And good morning, everyone. Yes, wonderful. It's good to be here. It's good to be in this space, sharing with very, very valuable persons. I'm no stranger to Bellefield Primary and Infant. I've been here several times, and I'm always, always impressed when I am on this plant. Well, this morning, I am privileged to greet our chairperson, Mrs. Melissa Matty Daly, a past student, Reverend Nunes, our chairman, Mrs. Heather Cottrell, acting principal, Mrs. Manning, acting vice principal, teachers, and honorees. Good morning. Wonderful. Now, this morning when I came on the plant, like I said before, I was again very, very impressed. Very immaculate, very impeccable. I could almost, if I can use this word, smell the cleanness. Can you smell cleanness? Yes. And so as I walked the corridors, I was just looking around, I was saying, my goodness, this is always a very clean environment. And another thing that actually slapped me in my face was the learning environment. And so as I walked past the classrooms, I peeked in, because I'm like that. I'm always a curious learner. And when I saw the charts, how well placed they were. And when I went into Mrs. Matty's classroom, I had to commend her. I said, wow, this classroom is so beautiful, it's so colorful, it is so informative. Bellefield, you are doing a wonderful job. Thank you. But I must congratulate the mind, or the minds behind this activity. I was thinking as I drove up, is this a national event? And when I got in, and this is something that you need to spread abroad so that the other institutions, because even in some of the high schools, even in some of the colleges, yes, and I will not call names, but even in some of the tertiary institutions, this is not instituted. And at Bellefield Primary, you need to be proud of what you are doing here. Excellent, excellent initiative. And so you have made my job a little easier, because I was planning to do roll call. But you already did roll call. And so I am now aware of the names, and I'm aware of the persons. Now, this morning, for a brief moment, I will be sharing and engaging you in the theme, creating a culture of excellence in all things. Can we say that together, ancillary staff? Creating a culture of excellence in all things. No, and here is how I want to pivot. I'm going to Mrs. Stimson, and we are sharing. Remember, we are sharing. So let me just put you at ease. Let me just put you at ease. I am extremely flexible. I understand the Queen's English, and I understand Miss Lou's pardon. I know to whom I'm speaking, so don't be shy. Speak your language. All right? Yes. So you are at ease. Mr. Stimson, tell me, how do you feel about yourself? I want you to speak up. Tell me more than proud.
Feel goodness.
Tell me why you feel good about yourself.
Scripture uplift me further in life.
All right, okay. So you're telling me that you feel good about yourself because you have an excellent mentor. All right, thank you. Pass it on to the gentleman who sits beside you. All right, and I don't want you to parrot, you know. Don't parrot anything. All right, I don't want any big boys in here, and I don't want any big girls in here. All right, you're going to tell me from your heart how you feel about yourself. All right, so go ahead, please. That is Mr. Morris. Tell me how you feel about yourself, Mr. Morris. Or tell us, because we're sharing collectively.
Well, I'm feeling good about myself because working here about 11 to 12 years.
Wonderful.
And I take care of that and from that time to now.
Yes, that's something I have remembered. Wonderful. I love that. All right. So it is actually helping you to promote education and to make your children proud of who you are. Wonderful. Pass it around. All right. Yes, man. I want honesty this morning, you know. Honesty this morning.
Miss June, I'm feeling proud at Bellefield Primary over many years I cannot remember, and I feel so proud of myself that I can make things out of life in Bellefield Primary, and I need more from Bellefield Primary.
Wonderful. Give her a round. Yes. Go ahead. All right. So she is making her way, yes, and adding value to home because of Bellefield Primary. Who did you talk? Why did you pass the mic over? All right. Wonderful. We'll come back. Pass it on to Lady Red over there.
Okay, today can say that
That's Miss Gail.
yes, miss, I am feeling good about myself, knowing that each day of my life, I can be a role model to someone in some way positive, and also to bring happiness to person's life. Even my children, trying my very best to be a model, a role model to them, a mother that always been there with them and never leaving them going anywhere. And I can, tell them the way of life, and for my life to be a perfect example to them that they can follow on.
All right, wonderful role model. That's Miss Donna. I got the name as I came in. Go ahead, Miss Donna. Speak it to the mic.
Working here at first, it was hard, but later it become easy, but still give time to ourselves, children, and others, and even myself.
That's right. So it's putting food on your table. All right, wonderful, Miss Tamara.
Samira, miss.
It's Samira. All right, let me check my notes. Yes.
I'm proud of myself working at Bellefield Primary for the past 1 year and a couple months. And Bellefield Primary pushed me to elevate myself more and not depending on any family member.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And we have one last person there, Miss Shai. I know you have it. And that is Miss Francis, security officer. Tell me how you feel about yourself. Yes, man. Remember, this is a free environment. We want everybody to be comfortable.
Okay. I'm proud of myself. I'm a mother of 9.
And you don't look it. Go ahead.
I tried my best to take care of my kids, and I'm proud to be at Bellefield Primary to help take care of the other kids.
Wonderful. Give her a hand. So you realize I came here to fast in your business because some things that they didn't know. For how long have you been here, Miss Francis?
Well, maybe about 6 years, but I need a couple months and come.
All right, wonderful. And they didn't know about the number of children, but you look pretty young. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Put your hands together for our ancillary staff members. All right, so I'm happy for that little exercise. So now you're more at ease. Now, in creating a culture of excellence, I want you to go to Philippians 4 and verse 13. And you have been fulfilling those functions. Yes, very well. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And you have been doing that. So every morning that you pack to go to work, this will always be at the very forefront. Even when you're not feeling well about what is happening. But I can do all things. Here is the second pillar that I want you to add as you pack each morning. Alright? So you may want to say this is another ingredient or another element in your arsenal. And that is, I have a dream by Martin Luther King. Every one of you sitting here, you have a dream. Every person has a dream. Yes, you want to see the best Mr. Morris of your children. And I was just told a while ago that one of your children is head boy here. Head girl, wonderful. Give him a hand for that. It could have been somebody else's child. No, maybe 4, 6 years ago you didn't see that. But look at what your daughter is doing. I have a dream. Yes, the black people in America, they were oppressed. There were so many things that they were disenfranchised. And if there's a word that you do not understand, just ask me after. Write it down and ask me. But I'm going to try and break it down so you can understand what I am saying. Yes, they were discriminated. They were looked down on. Yes, but there was a mentor. Right? So Martin Luther King Jr. stood up for them. And as a result of that, he inspired them. Yes? And he said to them that one day, great things, I'm paraphrasing now, great things will be happening to you and to the generations coming after. And that did happen. But guess what? In the present, while they stood before him, and I had to write this morning, he said to them, because some of them were at the very lowest elm, right? So he said to them, if you are a street sweeper, whatever designation, whatever your position in life, make certain certain that you do it to the best of your ability. So if you are called to sweep streets, you should sweep streets so clean that others will take note of it. And we know that for music, everybody talks about Beethoven, don't? Yes, and we talk about Mozart and you name it. So whatever you do in life, this is what is underscored. Whatever you do in life, do it to the best of your ability. However, in order for you to be that star performer, in order for you to be the best of you and to give your best version, there are some things that must stand out. And one of them, because we're talking now about excellence. Excellence on the left, excellence on the right, excellence above, excellence below. Now, in order for you to be at your best, I have recorded here out of my head 3 things. 1, respect. Respect. Ancillary staff, individually, you must respect yourself. Let me repeat that. You must respect yourself. So each day when you look into the mirror, you must see a reflection of God. I am beautifully and wonderfully made in His image. Now, if you can accept that enough, it doesn't matter what is happening around you. It doesn't matter when you get to work what is falling apart. It doesn't matter the sharp words and the loud words that you hear. You will be able, Mr. Stimson, to maintain your integrity. Why? Because you have self-respect. And there are some limits and some levels that you will not go below because you have what? Self-respect. So even when the words are sharp and the words are hurting, yes, you are going to ensure that you keep yourself soft, yes, and keep your integrity intact because you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Let me tell you something. When you have self-respect and you know that you are representing the image of God, you are an ambassador for God, then respect for fellow men will be extremely easy. Isn't that so? Yes. When you know, and listen, you see, when you know who you are, you know what comes with that? With self-respect, high self-esteem. And you can only give excellence when your self-esteem is at a very high level. Ensure that nothing gets into your head. Now, why is it that some persons feel lower than others? Why is it that some persons do not perform the way they ought to perform? Why is it that some persons can't operate at the maximum level? It is because of low self-esteem. And guess what? That is why I start at the very top, Respect. Self-respect. Feel good about yourself. Hello. Every day that you get up, no, mark off what you do. Listen, I could not walk in here this morning, and look at any of you and say, you are an ancillary worker. You don't look that way. You are an ancillary worker. You are no, and I love that about every one of you. Therefore, you are not going to walk with your position on your forehead. You know, there are many persons who, when they enter into some of the schools, they have to ask, are you the teacher? Are you the teacher of grade 5? Are you the teacher of grade 1? Are you? Why? Because of how you carry yourself. So therefore, self-respect. Self-respect. Now, another thing that you must always remember when you get up every day to come to work and to function, you must remember the dignity of labor. Yes, good work ethics. And Mr. Stimson was able to look over and to say it's because of a Madam Acting Principal why I feel so good. So some qualities must have rubbed off on him, and he must have adopted some of those qualities. And I am certain, Madam, that as you visit him on a daily basis in the kitchen, you would have seen some of you in him. Is that so, Mr. Stimson? Yes. And I am assuming now that Mr. Stimson had your profession in mind when he was young. But something might have happened along the way that derailed him. But he is admiring you because that's what he wanted to be. But now that he is not able, he has those attributes, and I'm certain that some of those attributes have rubbed off on his children, or even rubbed off on some of the younger generations. Am I correct, Mr. Stimson? Yes. So you have to ensure that you have good work ethics. Good work ethics. No, listen to me. When you have high self-esteem, high self-respect, good work ethics, there are some things that will not be written in your records. What are some of these things? You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your position. You feel good about your environment. You feel good about some of the persons you are working with. You know what is going to happen? Is that there will be low absenteeism. Now, if you are being absent from work on a regular basis, it says something is wrong. You are not feeling good about your work. And I bet, and I want to just pick on you, Miss Donna, it's very rare that you are absent from work. It's very rare. I'm just picking on her, right? I don't know for what reason, but I'm just picking on her. I'm just going as I am led. Yes. So you see, when you feel good about your work and you feel good about your environment, you will be present at work, whether it's raining, whether a storm is coming, or whether there is hurricane, you will always be at work. Because you value people and you value what you do. And as I said that, value people, it means that you take care and pleasure in your work. Isn't that so? Yes, man. We have often heard that if you love your work, you do not see it as anything that is hard. And you will never complain. That's true. Persons who enjoy work, they do not complain. Right? And they don't really see themselves working because they see work as a pleasure. When you don't have that sort of thought about your work, then it is going to always be difficult. And every day, poor Mrs. Manning and poor Lady Cottrell will be hearing, oh, miss, I can't do that. Or there is going to be somebody coming to register, yes, a complaint. Mrs. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so not doing his or her work. You care for people. And I also want to say Thirdly, that when you have high self-esteem, when you respect yourself, yes, you are cultivating an ambience of ease. Look at your children. For all of you who are here, outside of what you do, what sort of relationship have you established with the children? Do the children come to you and easily interact with you? Yes, I see some persons nodding. And how do you feel when that happens? You feel good because you feel that you are a very valuable contributor. Now, if you are in this environment, because all of us, we are here to ensure that there is a corridor of wellness. Isn't that so? Yes, that every single person can feel good about your presence. Have you heard? Have you seen? Have you known of persons who are within a particular environment and they are so toxic that persons do not want to go to them? I'm going to use an example here. Maybe somebody needs a particular lunch. A child is having difficulty. But the teacher will say, oh boy, I cannot approach Mr. Simpson because he is not like that. Huh? And the teacher will be afraid, or the parent will be afraid even to say it. Isn't that so? But if Mr. Stinson is of a particular character, then it will be very easy for that person to walk up and say, Mr. Simpson, you know we are having a difficulty today. Could you do X, Y, Z? Maybe Mr. Simpson will say, okay, I will have to dialogue with Madam Principal. But at the end of the day, you know that it will be done. But there are some other persons who persons will not even want to approach. So therefore, ancillary workers, you need to ensure that each day there is wellness in the environment. Ensure that you are not the person who is creating conflict. Ensure that you are not the person who is doing the opposite. And may I say this, in creating an ambience of ease, an ambience of comfort, an ambience of learning, an ambience of wellness, you too must ensure that you are well. Ensure that you are well. And as you go about doing your business on a daily basis, ensure that you are creating that sense of belonging. So every person that you greet, every person that you share with, that person should feel that something has rubbed off. And so I encourage you this morning to continue to walk that path. And at the beginning, I heard somebody, I think it was the chairman, who said that if you put a smile on, it makes the day brighter for others around. And lastly, sometimes we harbor thoughts that are false. Sometimes, and what am I saying here? Sometimes we believe that I am not liked, but is it really true? So sometimes we have to study personalities, okay? So maybe Mrs. Matty doesn't smile very often, but that does not mean that when you go to her classroom or when you meet her on the corridors, she doesn't like you. It's just that it's a part of her personality. But when you come to my classroom, for example, I may be laughing at all times and talking with you, that doesn't really mean that I like you. It's just that it's a part of my personality. So before you come to conclusions, ensure that you find out the necessary information. Yes, find out what is happening. Please avoid the whispers. And so that you can continue to build wellness. And Ancillary members, it's a pleasure sharing with you this morning. Remember, as I paraphrase, in creating a culture of excellence in all things. Notice, all things. In your walk, in your talk, in your demeanor, in doing your daily chores, that first, you respect self. Secondly, that you harbor high self-esteem. That you cultivate an environment of ease and comfort as you interact with persons, so that there can be that true sense of belonging in this environment. God bless you as you continue to function effectively.
Let me tell you, it's very hard to stand after you're saying already look like that's another calling for you, you know. Yes, because she was my lecturer at Catholic College of Mandeville, and she lectures at various colleges, teachers' colleges across Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and Canada, and so forth. All right. So, thank you so much, Dr. Llewellyn, our guest speaker, and for coming at such short notice. Thank you. At this time, we're going to now move into a special item being presented. You know, the Bellefield Primary creates an excellent culture where every teacher has a special little gift. So even though you're teaching, you have a special gift. And let me tell you something, if you ever hear Mrs. Gale sing, Mrs. Gale over there, yes ma'am, she can sing, but you're looking at me. But she, yes ma'am, and I know that Mr. Morris can drop some legs. Yes, of course. And I can see that Mrs. Stimson. Oh yes, and Miss June knows how to whip up a star in the kitchen. We won't be alone at all. Alright, at this time we're going to welcome Mrs. Pamela Grant Evans to come and bless us with her special talent. She will be doing a sign language piece for our special awardees. Please welcome Mrs.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, this song is entitled Thank You by Ray Boys. Part of the song says, little that you have done, a sacrifice that you have made. People on earth, they may not recognize you, but I just want to remind that great is your reward in heaven. That's right. So that's why I want to say thank you. And this song was done by a missionary. Say thanks.
We walked down the streets of gold. To the Lord. giving to the Lord. I am alive. Let me share. Each life's so hot, little things that you have done, sacrifices you made, the road is strong as you, now today. Not supposed to there were tears in your eyes. Jesus took your hand. You stood before the Lord. He said, my child, great is your reward.
And she taught us this, to do this when you're clapping in sign language. So you lift both hands and shake them like this. Tell you about Bellefield and excellence in a man. Look at that. Thank you for giving to the Lord. Very good, very good. And thank you, Mrs. Ellons, for rendering such a wonderful, beautiful item. And now, it is this time of the day that we've all been waiting for. Some of us, I don't know if you're anticipating it, because I don't think they have a clue what's happening. But before we go to them, just then, we want to invite Mrs. Manning to present a special token to our guest speaker, Dr. Llewellyn. I'll invite Mrs. Manning to come and invite Dr. Llewellyn to come as well.
As a token of our appreciation for your expertise in sharing what you shared with us today, and we like the fact that you took and delivered your speech. As a token, we give you this gift.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, excellent. So, Dr. we appreciate you coming and sharing with us here today. And I know you'll have that for many years to come. Yes, the hang it up, you know? Let them know that Bellefield is Bellefield. Yes, of course. And at this time now, this is our special occasion. This is why we are here. We have made some special items for our special guests that are here. Now, at this time, I'm invite our Reverend Nunes, our board chairman, to come to the front. And we have some tokens here. I know it might not be what you're expecting, but I'm hoping that you'll put a smile on your face today. All right, at this time, we want to welcome Mrs. Keisha Gale. Clap her. So Mrs. Keisha Gale is one of our ancillary workers here. Mrs. Keisha Gale is mostly assigned to the early childhood department. But of course, it's one school, and so she manages there and heads over here. So, Mrs. Keisha Gale, we want to say to you, a job well done, and we thank you and appreciate you. All right. So, that is Mrs. Keisha Gale. Continuing with that table, we will have Miss Donna Dale. Miss Donna has been here for many, many years. And I understand that Miss Donna took over from her dad. Her dad was here, and she took over from her dad, and she has continued. If you know anything about Miss Donna Dale, she's very, very hardworking, and is always with it. Miss Donna is a member of the auxiliary staff. She does just about everything. Thank you, Ms. Donald. Here we have Miss Tamara Watt. Ms. Watt is a member of our canteen / talk shop. Right, and she's also a past student. Wow, we see excellence in all things. Here we go again for Bellefield. Excellence in all teams, and she is here. Excellent job, Ms. Watts. Congratulations. Now we're going to move on. I know if my chairman from Red Cross was here, he would say that Mr. Morris is second, third, and fourth, because he's the most handsome. But today I'm going to give that little name to Mr. Morris, our most handsome groundsman. Come up here, Mr. Morris. Here we have Mr. Morris. Mr. Handel Morris is here. Of course, the grounds would not be what it is without Mr. Morris. And if you've had the opportunity to teach any of Mr. Morris' children or interact with them, you know they're well-mannered. We are wonderful children. And guess what? He is the dad and mom at home. All right, thank you, Mr. Morris. We're going to move on to Miss June Baker. Miss June Baker. Oh yes. Miss June is in our cafeteria. And I'm sure she's been here more than 20 years. Right, Miss June? Yes, I think so. Just like Miss Donna, I think. And been here more than 20 years. Of course, we can always rely on Miss June to do what we need and ensure that our canteen, and she goes between canteen and the talk shop as well. Of course, let us bring it up. Let's bring our attention now. Miss Candice is not here. Let's bring our attention now to Miss Desiree Francis. Miss Francis was in the talk shop at first. She's a student. She was a parent here, and she was volunteering when we had an overflow, and she was volunteering until she was employed here in the talk shop. She's now at the gate. She's now our security officer at the gate. I want to say thank you, Mrs. Francis. Thank you, Mrs. Francis. And you're looking stunning for those nights. Yes. And let's, so if you think I see the best class. I thought Mr. Morris was handsome, but my God, have you seen Mr. Stinson? Look at that smile. Oh, if I never married already, so you are in that Mr. Stinson. You know when the job he put in the pot. Oh my God, it's delicious. Let's invite our chef, our master chef here, Mr. Anthony Simpson. Mr. Simpson, we want to recognize you today for all the hard work that you put in. And we want to say thank you. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, there you have it. Amazing, amazing. Oh yes, the kids, you have to get up with the ladies. See? Just like that. All right. Wonderful. Oh, let me tell you, this has been an excellent production. Don't you agree? Yes. No man, that's all I'm going to agree. Don't you agree? Yes. Of course, yes. From the opening ceremony this morning in devotion, giving God thanks, to our guest speaker, all the many greetings that we have gotten. And, you know, all good things must come to an end or continue later on. It doesn't always have to come to an end. But today, this function will have to come to an end. And we cannot end the function without saying thank you. And so at this point in time, we'll invite Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Ford Henry. She is supervisor at the infant department to bring thanks on behalf of the school. Before she comes, how could I forget? I'm sorry, not your turn yet. Not your turn yet. I think it's because I smell the food, you know. The food gets into my head. I want to welcome Miss Watt to respond on behalf of the ancillary staff. So Miss Watt will come and say thank you on behalf of her. My apologies, madam.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. On behalf of the Bellefield Primary and Infant School, I will end my vote of thanks speech by thanking you all once again. This celebration would not be possible without your effort. I thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Miss Watt. Now we will have the closing. Thank you, Miss Ford Henry.
A pleasant afternoon to you all. It is with great pleasure that I stand here to give thanks to all the persons who have made today a possibility. To our guest speaker, Dr. Llewellyn, we thank you for making the effort to come here and share those words of inspiration. To our principal and vice principal, chairman and chairperson, to all the teachers and members of staff, and not to leave out the most honored guests that we have today, our ancillary staff. Each and every one of you, you are indeed special, and we thank you all for making today excellent. And I could not end today and give just a vote of thanks without saying that from myself and my department, we are also grateful. A lot of times we go to the kitchen and we give Miss June and Miss Watt a lot of trouble. We trouble Mr. Simpson and Miss Gail and Miss Donna is there every day with us, not to mention Mr. Morris. And we are indeed grateful for you. We are grateful because hear what? We could not teach in a classroom without you. We could not be in a school without you. We will die for hunger, and I'm sure you know what else will happen without anybody else being here. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you.
All right, that is it. That is it. We've come to the end of our program. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. There is a theme song here that I'm going to invite you to stand and sing together. Mrs. Ford Henry, I'm going to ask you to lead us in this one, because I don't have that voice. want to lead us in it? All right, we're going to invite Mrs. Fort Henry. So let's just stand as we close out with our song here and prepare for what's to come a little later.
No reason to hide for you tonight. All you have to do is have some pride and faith. Oh yeah. No reason to hide for you to make it wrong. All you have to do is believing when you pray, and then you will see the morning will come, and all of your days will be bright as the sun. All of your fears cast them on me. I just want you to see I'll be your cloud up in the sky. I'll be your shoulder when you cry. I'll be your voices when you call. I am your angel, and when all hope is gone, I'm here. No matter how far you are, I'm here. It makes no difference who you are. I am your angel. I'm your angel. I saw the teardrops and I heard you cry. All you need is time. See me and you shall find. You know everything and you're still lonely. You don't have to be this way. Let me show you a better day, and then you will see the morning will come, and all of your days will be bright as the sun. All of your fears, just cast them on me. I'll make you see I'll be your cloud up in the sky. I'll be your shoulder when you cry. I'll be your voices when you call. I am your angel, and when all hope is gone, I'm here. No matter how far you are, I'm here. It makes no difference who you are. I am your angel. I'm your angel.
Awesome, wonderful, wonderful. All right, we need to seated because it's not over yet. Because there's a people in love just a call. All right, so the official part of it has ended. We have some of the grades coming in now. So here we have the children from grade 1. They want to come and offer a little token to our ancillary staff members. All right, come grade 1 students. All right, so this is Kobe Ray from grade 1 Lawrence.
To all the ancillary staff members of Bellefield Primary School, we love and appreciate you.
All right, give them a round of applause. So the other children here now, they'll be giving you a little token. All right. So this is from grade 1. Now
also here 3. Just who the person you want to give it to.
Rich is on their way. But in the meantime, we can look at what they have done for you.
You are a born hero. family.
Thanks to you again, and thanks to done for us and keep up the good work. And I wish you a good day. I want to say thank you for keeping the classroom clean, inspiring all the students to keep our environment clean, and I'm hoping for prosperous life. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you for everything you have done for us. And you have done a lot for us. You have given me a lot for me and for you. I would like to say thank you for everything.